And now I'd like to introduce our speaker, Robert Berge, Outreach Account Manager with NV Energy Commercial Energy Services.
Thank you so much for having me. My presentation today is titled Reducing Your Business Operating Expenses with Energy Efficiency. So I'm here today to help you understand ways at work and for your business how you can manage your energy and lower your electric bills. So a little bit about myself. I'm Robert Berge, and I'm an Outreach Account Manager. So my goal and my job at NV Energy Commercial Energy Services is to work with our business community and develop the relationships and partnerships to help our community understand how they can manage energy. So a couple objectives today to guide the webinar. The first is understanding electricity as an operating expense, understanding how energy is something that we should consider as causing us to pay and manage our business. The second is energy efficiency. How do we consider electricity as something that's a cost in our business, and how does energy efficiency reduce that operating expense? Then I'll talk about the NV Energy Commercial Energy Services. These are the programs, incentives, and services that NV Energy offers to help businesses be energy efficient. Then I'll talk about our Business Solutions Center that can help you with problems that you may have with your business in terms of your utility bill, and then also our solar generation program. So what drives our electricity costs? On the following slide, you see our electricity use in commercial buildings from 2012 is mostly lighting, refrigeration, ventilation, and cooling, and computers. Other items don't generate as much electricity, but you can see that the number one is lighting. And if you think about where you work, even your home, lights are everywhere. We need lights to function, to see what we're doing at work. They allow our work environment to be safe so that we don't fall and trip as easily, so we can see. So lighting is an integral part of our workplace, and lighting takes electricity. So we might say, who's using lighting energy? Is it a grocery store that has to light up all the aisles? What is it? Well, honestly, it's offices. According to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, it's our offices and our education systems, healthcare, really using the lighting energy. So what do these energy costs mean for me? So for a typical company, energy costs can account for as much as 10% of your annual operating budget, and electricity accounts for nearly 75% of that cost. Also, between 10 and 50% of building energy use can be improved. We as companies, we as business owners, we as business partners can find ways of improving our building energy. So the bottom line, energy efficiency makes a difference for your business. It impacts your operating expenses and allows you to better reduce your operating costs. So I have a little quiz. What is typically the largest source of heat gain inside a commercial building? So when I say heat gain, what's causing your building to get hot and making your air conditioning run? Is it the temperature outside, the heat emitted from lighting, the amount of ventilation in the building, or the amount of sunlight that hits exposed windows? The answer might surprise you. It's the heat emitted from lighting. So not only is lighting drawing electricity, which you pay for, but it's also raising the heat in your building. So that can turn on your air conditioning unit. Generally speaking, for every 1 kilowatt hour of energy you save by upgrading your lighting, you also save a little under half a kilowatt, or 0.4 kilowatt hours, in cooling costs. And to give you an example, we've got a light called a metal halide light. You see these a lot in your exterior lighting, but you can also see them interior in warehouses. A 400-watt metal halide typically operates about 700 degrees, but the LED equivalent typically operates about 200 degrees. And to put this into perspective for a lot of people, I say, would you let your kid touch a light bulb in your house? Probably not. Those are hot. When I was a kid, I definitely was, curious. I touched a light bulb or two in my day, burnt myself. Think about that in a commercial application. The lights are bigger, they're lighting more room, they're hot. So being energy efficient with your lighting actually is being energy efficient with your heating and cooling too. So to give you an example of just how great lighting upgrades can help, in this project right here, we installed, or well not we, the customer installed 124 LED high bays. And you can see this kind of on the picture here. And for this facility, it ended up saving them about $53,000 a year in their electricity costs. Because NV Energy offers incentives for energy efficient lighting designs, we offered almost $40,000. And in terms of payback, what your costs and benefits when you're getting that return on your investment, that positive return, it took a month for this company to see a return on their investment by upgrading their lighting. And I always tell people, if you haven't ever considered lighting before, or you might be in an older business where you're taking over this space and the lighting is older, consider getting an energy assessment, figuring out how much upgrading those lights can save you money in the long run. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But what I really want to talk about is how you lower the lighting costs and what's the really efficient technology to do so. Well, I kind of alluded to it a little bit, but the number one way that you can reduce lighting costs is thinking about LED lighting. So LED lighting, you might have heard it before, it means light emitting diodes. And this is not a relatively new technology for lighting, but considering other types of lighting, it's one of the newest innovations in lighting of the past 20, 30 years. LEDs offer a lot of benefits that I'd like to share with you. So not only does it help you lower your costs, they've got environmental implications, they're controllable, they allow you a lot more control as a commercial business, and they have lower maintenance costs. So I like to start off with money, because when we're in the business world and we're thinking about our expenses, we're really thinking about how can we be smart about our money, because more money allows us to do more things for our employees, for our customers, for our suppliers. To give you an example on this chart, you can see that a high incandescent fixture can cost up to $3,500 a year in maintenance in a commercial application. You might notice in an office complex those long fluorescent tube lighting. You think about a big office building, you're going to constantly be replacing those. About every 3 years you relamp them. You have to do group relamps about every 3 years. And there's ballast kits which go inside that fixture. LED fixtures, yes, they cost a lot up front. They cost more, rather, not a whole lot, and I'll explain that a little bit more later. They do have a higher upfront cost than other sources of lighting, but there's not really the same amount of relamping needed. There's no yearly maintenance in the same degree because LEDs last longer and are more efficient. And I'll even explain more about that on the next slide. But LEDs are significantly lower in maintenance costs than your other types of light bulbs. So not only are you saving money by having better energy efficient lighting, you're also saving money by having lower maintenance costs. And that can be great for businesses that want to reduce those extra things that they have to worry about on a month-to-month basis. And LED electrical loads are controllable. So I always tell people, if you've ever been over to one of your fancy friend's house and they have those dimmable lights, those are most likely LEDs. LEDs are really controllable, so you can dim them. So in a commercial application, a lot of times people have occupancy sensors that allow the lights to dim slightly, or you just dim them for mood lighting, maybe inside a restaurant. LEDs, when you dim them, it extends the life of the fixture, it saves energy, and gives you more control over private spaces. Additionally, I've got some more information on the next slide that kind of summarizes the benefits of LED lighting. It says reduced maintenance cost, lower scrap rates, increased worker productivity. That one might seem a little interesting, but studies suggest that when there is good lighting quality in an office, people work better. It's an improved indoor environment. There's better light for you, enhanced safety. They do produce less noise. If you ever get really close to a light bulb, you can actually hear some of that electrical current. Increased convenience, improved control. You can direct the light, you can dim it. Access to occupancy data. A lot of times the LEDs give you energy management tools to help you. And then you've got improved space utilization because you're using less lighting, and geolocation and positioning. If you ever have any questions about the benefits, feel free to contact NV Energy's Commercial Energy Services, and we'd be happy to help you understand the benefits or look at your options for your business. So with that, I actually do want to talk about NV Energy Commercial Energy Services, our Power Shift program. Now, our Power Shift program allows people to have resources from the utility to help them save money and understand their energy usage. So we've got a lot of free services. NV Energy offers free classroom education and training. We offer free facility energy assessments, free technology and technical services. And I'll briefly go over them in the next slides. Free energy facility assessments, these are really wonderful for a lot of companies. An energy efficiency engineer will come out to your property upon your request and explain our program offerings. What services can NV Energy provide you? They can identify no-cost and low-cost measures for improving your energy efficiency. They can identify and recommend any behavioral changes about how you're setting your lighting schedules or your air conditioning schedules. And then they can align your measures with the incentives that NV Energy provides. And every energy assessment, you get a report, so you have a written recommendation of what you can do for your business. We also offer free technology. So we offer free smart network thermostats. So the equipment's free, the installation is free, and you get a complimentary subscription to the online software you can use from your phone or your computer to set schedules and monitor your air conditioning usage. It's a centralized management, heating, and cooling equipment. Like I said, control and monitor from a centralized web portal. You can lock physical thermostats to prevent unauthorized use. This is really great for businesses because a lot of times you might worry about an employee changing the temperature when you might have food product and you don't want the temperatures to go out of a certain range. Or you might have medical equipment somewhere and you want to make sure that the temperature is consistent. You get that capability as well. You also get access to usage analytics and thermostat scheduling. And studies show that the typical energy savings for people that get smart thermostats for their business and set heating and cooling schedules is about 10%. So to participate in the free program, you must participate in 15 community energy events, or 75% of all events, whichever is less. You want to make sure in your business that you have a 1-to-1 thermostat to rooftop air conditioning unit ratio. Your facility must have internet, and you can't already have an energy management system. And then finally, you participate in community energy events. So these, you get a notification from NV Energy about the next day, and then during peak periods of demand, the temperature setting gradually sets back 4 degrees. Typically between 3 and 5, but can be anywhere from 1 to 7 p.m. From June 1st to September 30th. You are given that 24 hours in advance notification. Won't happen on the holidays, and no more than 2 events per week. So you get the free technology in exchange for participating in community energy events. And this next slide just shows different organizations that have signed up to use and utilize this free technology. Also, we offer retrofit project incentives. So this is when you're in your building and you decide, I want to upgrade, change out what I have in my building to more energy efficient items. We do it for lighting, cooling, commercial kitchen and refrigeration. So if you want a new ice machine, for example, that's energy efficient. And then custom incentives. Any measure that you can verifiably reduce energy consumption, you can talk to us and we can see how we can get you an incentive. On this slide, which you can reference at any time, is our 2018 incentive levels. There's a lot of them here, but it really is a testament to how many options you have. To give you another example, in our Legislative Council Bureau parking garage, they replaced T8 fluorescent lamps with LEDs and installed daylight sensors that dim output during daylight. So using that LED technology to understand if it's bright out, we don't need to emit as much light. The NV Energy incentive was $22,286. The annual energy savings was 325 kilowatt hours, and that's approximately $29,250 in savings every year. So lighting does matter. So to do an application, I will always be happy to help you, and my contact information is here, but we require a pre-application. You can't apply after you do a project. The minimum incentive level is $250, and we reserve you funds for 90 days. We also offer new construction incentives. Basically, it's about how much better you build it than the code in which it was permitted under. So if you're working to expand your business or build into a new location, we are more than happy to help discuss this and help you. And some of the really great incentives we offer for our local community are nonprofit agency grants. You must be a 501c3 organization and an NV Energy customer. Individual projects may be funded into full up to $5,000. So if your project costs less than $5,000, your project can be funded in full through the grant. And a 15% matching investment is required for projects between $5,000 and $10,000. We also offer small business project incentives. So if you have less than 400,000 kilowatt hours annual consumption, you qualify. Your contractor provides you a free energy assessment. You sign a participation agreement. You do all of the incentive application steps, but it's through a small business portal that will cover up to 90% of the cost of the project. So again, if you're a small business and interested, please contact us. We'd love to help you. And no matter where your business is, whether it's in Nevada under the NV Energy utility or somewhere else, California, somewhere on the East Coast, there are energy efficiency opportunities and energy efficiency incentive programs throughout the country. Do your research. Look at energy efficiency programs in your area, and you can find ways of saving money and lowering your operating expenses. I'd like to thank you for your time, and I have my contact information here. If you ever have any questions or are interested in energy efficiency in Nevada, please give me a call or send me an email. I'd love to help you. Thank you.
Robert, thank you so much for being here with us today and helping us learn ways that we can be energy efficient. It was a great presentation, so thank you so much. Chamber members, don't forget to tune in next week for our Chamber University topic of what you need to know about cybersecurity, where we will update you on new ways cyber hackers can access your information and give you more information you need to know about securing your personal and business information online. Thank you.